Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. After weeks of planning, the Janesville Farmers Market opened for the first time earlier today. We first told you about the plans to reopen last weekend. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter was there today and explains why organizers felt it was safe to open today. Adam?
Well, Amanda, if you're someone who's been to the Janesville Farmers Market before, this is definitely not what you're used to. But those in charge say the restrictions and the precautions are what made it possible for the market to happen today. With masks, barriers, and social distancing, weeks of preparation put into play.
We can plan so much for opening day, and we've got our usual things that we do every opening day and every week of the market, but things are obviously very, very different this morning.
Market manager Emily Arthur says she was pleased to see just how willing shoppers were to follow the rules, which required a mask and didn't allow reusable bags or more than 125 people at a time. Prior to the market opening today, the plan approved by health inspectors and community officers.
We're happy to do whatever we can to just come to market. They've been itching for the fresh produce and to get out of the house and come down to the market.
For the 15 vendors in attendance who were limited to food items only, it was worth it.
Just to get out and to see the other vendors, not a lot of them, but to see the people.
Shoppers say they didn't mind the extra precautions either.
And it feels a little different. I mean, obviously I can understand it's for everybody's safety, you know, but I think it's a lot different.
Arthur says getting past the first week is a milestone. And as more markets plan to open in the future, she says this could be a prototype for farmers markets around the state. And again, that number of vendors is much smaller than the market is used to. And Arthur says the best thing you can do is to check the farmers market website each week to see who's going to be there. And she says as things move along and restrictions are possibly lifted across the state, they could see more vendors each week.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam. The Sunbury Farmers Market also opened today, but only vendors offering essential food items were allowed. The market also banned food sampling and entertainment. Hand washing stations were also put in place, and customers weren't allowed to touch products until they bought them. The market is open Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. near Cannery Square Park. It's now a drive, bike, or walk through market. The state's largest farmers market hasn't opened for its outdoor season amid the pandemic, but you could still purchase from Dane County's farmers market vendors online. Vendors are hosting local food picks up at Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center every Wednesday and Saturday. We have more information on that program on our website, channel3000.com. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton. It was just a great day outside, Dana.
It did turn out to be delightful this afternoon. High temperatures were in the mid-70s, about a 10-degree jump above average. Certainly not record-breaking, not an abnormal thing to see low 70s or mid-70s in early May. This was our second day of the year that we've hit that 70-degree mark. 74 the high this afternoon. The last time we were in the 70s was back in early April, about April 7th. Now, right now, we do still have a few isolated showers passing through with those clouds building in this evening. We've had a few light sprinkle spots. Overnight, though, our skies are going to become partly cloudy. It's not going to be as mild outside with temperatures only dropping to the upper 40s for our overnight lows. The good news, we get another day in the 70s. The bad news, temperatures are going to be a little cooler behind that for quite some time. We'll take a closer look at your forecast in just a few minutes. Amanda?
Thank you, Dana. Developing tonight, police are investigating a shooting on Madison's west side that left a 41-year-old man with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers responded to the 5700 block of Russet Road shortly after 11 o'clock, stabilizing the man before sending him to the hospital. Police say the victim had previous connections with the suspect and that the shooting was not a random act. They say the community is not at risk, but the investigation continues. Confirmed cases of coronavirus in Wisconsin continue to jump, rising by 271 since yesterday afternoon. The Badger State now has nearly 7,700 cases. That's more than 1,000 confirmed infections since Wednesday afternoon. 334 people have died from complications related to the virus, an increase of 7 since yesterday. But Dane County officials are reporting one fewer death. They say they're investigating one that was previously reported as COVID-19 related. DHS officials say 10% of people tested over the past day tested positive, a decrease from the 13% reported yesterday. But in order to reopen the state, Governor Evers' Badger bounce back plan calls for a significant downward trend over 14 consecutive days. There's more protests of the governor's safer at home order in Brookfield today, calling on the governor to reopen the state and send Wisconsinites back to work. This comes just days before the state Supreme Court will hear arguments about him extending the order.
We have a governor who has arbitrarily decided what is an essential business and what is not an essential business, in essence calling our citizens essential or non-essential citizens, and that's wrong.
While the governor's order specifies what businesses are essential and non-essential, that list is based on guidance issued back in mid-March by the Department of Homeland Security on how to determine, quote, critical infrastructure. Still, some protesters say all businesses should reopen at once or at least start with a more gradual approach, beginning in counties that haven't been as hard hit. In a tweet today, the Wisconsin DHS said none of that can happen until there's more testing, labs, PPE, and supplies. The Wisconsin Supreme Court has scheduled oral arguments in the case against the extension of the governor's order for Tuesday. Crowds flocked to the National Mall in Washington, D.C. today for a flyover show. The Navy's Blue Angels and Air Force's Thunderbirds performed the flyover to honor first responders on the front lines of the pandemic. The squadrons also attracted crowds when conducting formation flights over Baltimore and Atlanta today. President Trump missed that aerial show. After 34 days at the White House, the president has retreated for a working weekend at nearby Camp David. As CBS News' Nicole Killian reports, he missed some frustrated truckers.
Outside the White House, big rigs parked, honking mad.
We're just small carriers that's just trying to make it.
Truckers protested against low freight rates and wages, looking for help in the next stimulus package.
What we're doing is we're waiting to see what the economic impact of the gradual opening up is.
The relief package, which could be at least $500 billion, is likely to top the agenda when the Senate returns to work Monday. But safety is too, after a reported warning from the Capitol physician this week about a potential shortage of coronavirus tests for all senators. Health Secretary Alex Azar announced on Twitter he's sending 3 rapid testing machines and 1,000 tests for use. President Trump, who has been tested multiple times, tweeted, "There is tremendous testing capacity in Washington."
It's really a very promising situation.
Friday, the president touted the FDA's emergency approval of remdesivir after a preliminary study showed the drug cut recovery time in COVID-19 patients by an average of 4 days.
But the data shows that remdesivir has a clear-cut, significant positive effect.
The House Appropriations Committee accused the White House of blocking task force member Dr. Anthony Fauci from testifying next week about the government response. The White House argued it's counterproductive.
This notion that the White House is blocking Dr. Fauci just doesn't bear in truth.
Back to those tests for lawmakers, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell put out a joint statement respectfully declining the administration's offer, saying Congress wants to keep directing resources to frontline facilities. The White House says it's their decision to make. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
On the campaign trail, Joe Biden says his vice presidential vetting committee is looking at more than a dozen women. On MSNBC tonight, the presumptive Democratic nominee said there's also, quote, significantly more than one black woman being considered. Biden has promised to choose a woman as his running mate and says former President Barack Obama has advised him to pick someone who has strengths where he has weaknesses. We're learning more about Boris Johnson's new son. The UK Prime Minister and his partner, Kerry Simons, says their child's name is Wilfred Laurie Nichols Johnson. His middle name, Nicholas, is in honor of 2 doctors who treated Johnson while he suffered from coronavirus last month. Johnson returned to work this week after spending a week in the ICU in mid-April. Social distancing was no match for warm weather in New York City today. 1,000 officers were on the street near Central Park enforcing rules across the city and handing out free face masks. Mayor Bill de Blasio says it was totally understandable for city residents to want to get outside for fresh air and exercise. It was no different at some state parks in Wisconsin today, reopening this weekend by the governor with some restrictions, including a 75% capacity limit. The DNR says the parks will temporarily temporarily shut down when at capacity, and staff has the ability to ask those not following social distancing guidelines to leave. A lot of hikers made their way to Devil's Lake today. The people we spoke to say they were there for the nature and exercise that you can't get at home.
It's her birthday, so we thought we'd come out here and get a good hike in. We're from the Green Bay area, so we actually came pretty far for this.
This is like 40 flights of stairs. It's a huge difference because there's nothing like this in a neighborhood or even in a city setting.
The new order also keeps the bathrooms closed and changes the hours of operation to 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Parks will also be closed on Wednesdays for maintenance. Wisconsin's fishing season begins today. Due to the pandemic, DNR officials are asking fishermen to go to lakes close to home. Fishermen should have all of their equipment ready to go for a quick launch. Wardens say boat launches might move slower in order to keep people less conjugated together. Fishing licenses can be bought online, and the DNR says enforcement has the capability to do compliance checks. Wingra Boats is making changes to better protect renters ahead of their opening next weekend. Staff say all boat rentals have been moved online, so people aren't waiting on the docks. Instead, renters will wait at a distance until they receive a call letting them know their boat is ready. People are also being asked to wear masks to protect themselves and others.
Feels even more important now during this social distancing to give families and people the opportunity to get out into nature and to be able to practice safe social distancing and yet still have that adventure or that special time with their family.
Wingra staff also plan to disinfect every boat, paddle, and life jacket after each use. They say once disinfected, life jackets will even be stored for 3 days before being handed out again. Still ahead on News 3 now at 10, Dana has a sunny first warn forecast. Plus, we'll see how a few local groups are still hosting big fundraisers this weekend virtually. Stay with us.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
My mom is 81, and I worry about her. So I went online and found the new Lively Mobile Plus from Great Call. If she ever needs help, she can just press the button. And with the Great Call Link app, I'll get an alert right on my smartphone if she does contact 5-Star.
With the fastest call response time, they'll assess your situation, confirm your location, and send you the help you need.
Available at Walgreens or online at Best Buy or Amazon.com. AARP members get an exclusive discount on select plans.
In these uncertain times, it has never been more important to maintain a clean home or business. We are prepared to get your space back to clean and healthy again. We've added a new EPA-registered cleaner that disinfects hard surfaces and deep cleans carpet, rugs, and upholstery. Remember, we disinfect our equipment after every job and disinfect our vehicles daily. We believe in doing things the right way. That's why we've been your trusted partner in clean for over 70 years.
Is your energy bill shaking you down? Then do like thousands of homeowners. Call us here at Mad City Windows and take advantage of our factory direct window blowout sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. A bonus, you buy 7 or more windows and you get a patio door installed absolutely free. Call now and get a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with estimate, and be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can save for an emergency from here. Or pay bills from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. Visit chase.com/mobile.
Mother's Day is 1 week away, and if you still need to get your mom a gift, we're sharing several ideas from local businesses to help you and them out.
And we're expecting more sun in 70s, but the rain chances return too. Join us at 6:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
One local pizzeria is doing its part to support the 75 people displaced by last month's apartment fire on Muirfield Road in Madison. Glass Nickel Pizza Company in Fitchburg is donating 10% of all sales today to those victims. Glass Nickel's owner says one of the restaurant's employees was displaced by the fire. The American Red Cross is helping out the victims right now with temporary housing. The Interfaith Alliance in Madison is hosting a virtual fundraiser to help feed families struggling due to COVID-19. The group typically hosts an annual interfaith Ramadan potluck, which last year had over 300 attendees. Organizers say while they're sad to see their event join the list of coronavirus cancellations, they knew that they wanted to continue in the event's spirit of giving.
We just brainstormed what are some of the organizations that we all work with or our congregations work with that we know about and that we know are really struggling to meet the need. And so we picked out, I think, about 8 different organizations.
Rabbi Margulis says they focused on area food banks that don't always get the same degree of recognition as Second Harvest. She also says the group has already raised more than $1,000. If you're interested in helping out, we have more information on our website, channel3000.com. Amid the pandemic, plenty of organizations are having to find ways to host events virtually. The Verona Public Library hosted its annual Word on the Street 5K this morning, all online. Organizers say instead of choosing to cancel the event, racers can run a 5K anywhere in their neighborhood, on a trail, or on a treadmill. They say they wanted people to still have the opportunity to run and keep the annual tradition going.
The money raised from this event goes to the Verona Public Library Endowment Fund, which is how we use the money to fund special exhibits, traveling programs, things like that that are really great for the community.
More than 150 people ran today. Runners were encouraged to chalk their routes with messages of encouragement. If you've ever wanted to hang out with Chris Evans and the cast of The Avengers, now's your chance. The actor who plays Captain America in the Marvel movies is getting his fellow stars from the series to team up for charity. He says he's accepting the All-In Challenge, an effort to get celebrities to donate experiences to ease food insecurity during the pandemic. Evans is offering up a virtual hangout that involves games and a Q&A with co-stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, and Scarlett Johansson. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton. Virtual dates are fun, but we've had some great time to go outside today, and we'll have it tomorrow.
Today turned out to be a beautiful day, yes, and tomorrow will also be nice outside. Right now we're quiet throughout the state. We did have a few light isolated showers passing through parts of Greene and Rock County. Not the case now. Things are clearing up. That's the good news. Once the cloud coverage shifts further south, we have a partly cloudy sky overnight and then sunny skies for tomorrow. Our next weather makers, this cold front off to the northwest as it sinks southeast. It's going to be fairly weak, no moisture associated with it. So we're not looking at shower chances for late tomorrow, but behind that front, it's going to get a little cooler outside. We have warm air in front of cold fronts. Tomorrow's going to be pleasant yet again. Behind it, though, temperatures are going to drop below average. So for tomorrow morning, plan on a mostly sunny sky that continues into the afternoon. Wind speeds are going to pick up in the afternoon as that front approaches and passes through late in the day. Our winds shift directions heading into Monday, coming from the northeast. We start off Monday with some sun, but skies quickly become mostly cloudy in the afternoon with a chance for light showers developing late in the day. But the temperature drop from Sunday into Monday is also of note. Once that cold front passes, we're looking at a bit of a cool stretch through the week and into next weekend. Precipitation-wise, thankfully, we're not tracking any big systems moving in, so it doesn't seem increasingly likely we will be above average. In fact, it seems a little likely we'll be trending below average with our rain chances as we start to get towards the middle of May. Temperature-wise, though, really on that cool trend through the week, into the weekend, into next week. It's very likely, all of our models in very good agreement, that temperatures are going to trend below average. That puts us in the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees, which doesn't sound too bad, but this time of year we should be in the mid-60s, trending into the upper 60s, moving in that upward pattern. But most of the Midwest into the New England area, all of the East Coast really likely going to see below average temperatures. The warmer air is still well off to the west. Tomorrow, enjoy the 70s for one final time, at least for the next few weeks. Mostly sunny skies, that breeze picking up to about 10 to 20 miles per hour, so it will be a little windy in the afternoon, but those temperatures yet again above average. Low 70s on Sunday. Rain chances will develop late in the day on Monday, but we'll see our high temperatures drop back to the upper 50s for Monday and Tuesday. Scattered showers likely on Tuesday, and for Wednesday, just a slight chance for rain developing. A chance for rain late in the day on Thursday and a chance for rain late in the day again on Friday. Notice though, a lot of dry time during the week. These aren't non-stop all day showers. Into next weekend, partly sunny skies expected for Saturday and Sunday, but high temperatures will stay in the upper 50s. And the following week, it seems likely we'll see high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s again, and those overnight lows still dropping down close to 40 degrees, even into the upper 30s for some areas. So the 70s, a nice taste of where we should be. Right. Things are really dropping back in the other direction.
All right. It's kind of just teasing us. Thank you so much, Dana. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 10. One high school athletic director is making sure his seniors feel the love. We'll show you how next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
No one asked for this to happen, but this is our time when our hearts, our humanity, and our communities rise. This moment will challenge us. It will define us. It's why we are here. But this moment is not bigger than us. And we will show up every day for you. Unity Point Health Meriter, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. New customer. What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. It's crazy.
You're going into signal shock. Just breathe with me. Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
And now when you switch, you can also get $700 off the latest phones with no trade-in required. Now that's fair. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
Instead of going to school every morning, what if school could come to you? Because learning happens anywhere and everywhere. K-12 powered schools provide a tuition-free, full-time, online public school education taught by state-licensed teachers.
It's public school at home.
K-12's curriculum is designed to engage students, to challenge them. So visit K12.com today. Tuition-free in Wisconsin.
Southern Wisconsin is our community.
Our home.
Our home.
Our home. And in this time of uncertainty, we need to stand together
while staying apart.
While staying apart.
News 3 Now is your coronavirus headquarters.
Separating fact from fiction.
And giving you up-to-the-minute details online.
And information to keep our communities, our businesses, and our families healthy.
We're in this together.
Together. Together.
We're all in this together, and we will get through this together.
Well, get excited. We are
15 days away from an actual live sporting event happening here in the United States. NASCAR will return to the track without any fans, though, on May 17th at Darlington Raceway. Cambridge native Matt Kenseth will be part of this experimental process for NASCAR to return. It'll be a busy one with 7 races in 11 days, but Kenseth thinks that this is a good thing and predicts that it will draw even more fans to the sport since, well, there are no other sports happening right now.
It's not that we don't have friends. We just don't have them where we can physically touch them and see them. I mean, like, I think we'll have more fans watching probably than ever because everybody's ready for live sports to come back and kind of, even if you're not a NASCAR fan, you're probably going to tune in and see what's going on. Finally, something's back on TV. You know, how is this going to work? So, I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, you'd have the fans at the racetrack, but I think getting to the racetrack without fans and getting on TV and getting competition going again, I think is way better than not doing it at all.
Well, normally we would be right in the thick of the spring sports season right now, but since the COVID-19 outbreak canceled sports across the country, we've seen an outpouring of support and love from so many communities towards these athletes. It's no different in Clinton, where high school athletic directors there posted banners of all of their spring athletes at the town's 4-way stop sign to make sure everyone in Clinton saw them. Now, while it might not replace the final high school season for these seniors, the Cougars definitely want to make sure that they were recognized. Well, the Kentucky Derby was supposed to be today, but now it'll be on September 5th due to the COVID-19 outbreak. So today, there was a virtual Derby. They called it the Triple Crown Showdown because it featured horses that were all previous Triple Crown winners. 1973 winner Secretariat winning the race of the greatest of all time horses today. And finally tonight, I don't know about you, but the most exercise I've been getting during quarantine is walking from my couch to the kitchen. But this guy, Hafthor Bjornsson, he's clearly been hitting the gym, breaking a world record with a 1,104-pound deadlift. He's known as Thor for obvious reasons. He's 6'9", 425 pounds, and if you think he looks familiar, he plays the role of the Mountain in Game of Thrones. Amanda, I don't really watch Game of Thrones. Sorry out there to all the fans, but obviously he's an intimidating human being. 1,104 pounds. I mean, that is a lot of weight.
Just watching
I'm tired
that,
just looking at him.
Just watching it is like painful to me.
Like
it's
bending.
Amazing, but that looks rough.
It truly is.
I mean, I guess you can social distance.
You got to train for that.
Yeah, and you have the weights at home. You get to work on that while you're at home. Thank you so much, Alyssa. We'll be right back.
Holding a phone takes precious attention away from the road. That's why handheld cell phone use is now illegal in Wisconsin work zones, and fines start at $40. Driving deserves your undivided attention. It's about safety for workers and for all motorists. So when you see orange cones, please put down the phone. The Wisconsin DOT urges you to eliminate distractions and be especially alert in work zones.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
We can't offer much during this time of crisis, but we can offer what we have. So from all of us working early mornings on the farm, long days in the plant, or late nights stocking shelves, doing all we can to get you the milk you need. We hope it makes your breakfast a little brighter, your snacks more nutritious, and reminds you when it comes to caring, there is no expiration date. Milk. Love what's real.
News 3 Now this morning, weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
Everyone's being asked to social distance during the pandemic. That includes China's panda bears. But now, after 5 months in isolation, the giant panda Maozu is meeting visitors again in China's Yunnan Wild Animal Park. During his quarantine, zookeepers added an indoor playground to keep him busy. Maozu was given a week to adapt to his remodeled enclosure before tourists came back.
He's just hanging out.
Everyone's got a social distance. He's learning about it. How adorable.
Very, very cute. Very cute.
I'm sure happy to see people again.
Yes. Everyone was out and about today. Yes. So much sunshine and nice temperatures. Tomorrow we will yet again be back in the 70s. The rest of the week, the weekend, and next week, though, will bring temperatures back below average. A few rounds of rain possible late in the day on Monday. Isolated showers on Tuesday and a slight chance for rain on Wednesday. Plenty of dry hours mixed in, but we will see some rain come through as well. So enjoy the sunshine and dry weather tomorrow, and certainly enjoy the 70s.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.